Hey, this is Noisewire. I'm here at Absolution Fest chatting with Sleek Teeth, Josh, and Vox.
Hello.
How you guys doing?
Good.
How are you?
Good. I wanted to ask you about the single that came out. Was it yesterday?
I think so.
Yeah, I listened to it this morning.
like
It was really good. You want to tell me about it a little bit?
Sure. Yeah, that's actually a song that we've been playing live for a while. So we've kind of field tested it live, and it was feeling like the natural, fit for the next single. So we wanted to wrap it up before we got on the road to do these shows, and we got it in just under the wire. And yeah, the response has been great so far. It's really fun to play live, so we'll definitely be doing it here tonight.
And it feels a little more forceful, a little more energy to it, compared to some of our other tracks. Is this one, really percussive.
Sort of EBM driven.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you a little bit about, and I know that you've answered this question probably 1,000 times before, so I apologize, but you guys, as I understand it, were complete strangers, and there was a Craigslist ad, right?
That happened.
Famous Craigslist ad.
So I'm wondering, being complete strangers, and, I guess you messed around for a year and a half before you started really recording anything. How did you guys kind of influence each other and change each other in terms of style, and did you push each other's boundaries a little bit since you kind of came from an unfamiliar background with each other?
Yeah, I mean, we both came into the project having recorded individual ideas that I think we both had kind of filed away and just been working independently. And so we shared ideas with each other and started to figure out what our sound might be, out of the ideas. I had some ideas recorded, Vox had some. We were like, ooh, I like this one. We both like these. So we sort of started with a short list of I don't know how many tracks, half a dozen or something.
And it was very, it felt very natural. There wasn't much of anything in the way of butting heads or being oh, it should be like that or anything that was really stern. It felt pretty natural. It was pretty easy, just being really excitable about the whole process. And I think there were some tracks, namely Operating.
Keep love on the razor's edge. Keep moving the chains. It's easy to cleanse when the mess isn't your skin in the game.
That right away, that was a track that Josh had been working on, and I think we both were just that's a great direction. So
yeah,
that was definitely part of the process.
Yeah.
So I've been wondering what your favorite collaboration you've done is so far, and which one of your tracks lends itself to be best remixed.
That's a hard question, actually.
Well, I think as far as collaborations, it would probably mainly be the remix EP, right? Or you mean collaboration with or other artists? Yeah.
We've only done that remix EP. With bands.
Yeah. So Gone, we sent out to some bands to be remixed. It was Extra Human, Sai, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, and Chris Baja. And we, do I have to pick one? I will say I love the fact that they all kind of have a distinctive sound, which is why we went with sort of three slightly different, sounds, and I really like the fact that you can really hear the personality of each of those bands on their remix of Gone. So that was that's the only song we've had remixed so far, but
Yeah, but I think there's a whole slew of songs that we would like to have redone, and Operating is one. I mean, really, all of them. I think we'd be excited to hear other people's take on them. So I think it's actually just a matter of time before we do more. But maybe we would be really excited to have some of the new material that we're working on be remixed, so it all would maybe kind of come out around the same time, because our Gone remixes came out almost over a year after we had released Gone. So,
yeah.
I'd love to hear a Leather Strip remix.
Oh,
okay.
That'd be
maybe
really
we can
cool.
make that happen.
Yeah.
We'll work on it.
Yeah.
Can you walk us through your gear setup? Is there any piece of equipment you feel kind of defines your sound?
I mean, we both we kind of use a mix of hardware and software. We both use Logic to record, and so we'll use a lot of soft synths, but then also we will use kind of any synth we can get our hands on, and sometimes we might play some lines and sample it and then manipulate the synth with effects later. That's one thing that I really started doing more working with Vox. Is Vox might have some samples of synth lines done already, just loops and stuff, and so it was kind of an interesting process to be okay, here's this thing. We don't have the MIDI, or we don't have the actual synth to go in. It's just a bounced sound.
It's like a loop.
Yeah,
sequence,
something that was recorded from a synth you might have had or something.
Yeah.
And it was fun to approach it all right, here's the sound. What can we do with this? Chop it up, loop it. That was a new approach, I think, for me to sort of go into production that way.
Yeah, and kind of approaching it as more we're working with samples, our samples of our own creation, to kind of where it's just this layering of the process that it becomes a labyrinth. It's the original source material is far away from the end result, but how it gets there makes it really unique, I think, for us. But I think as far as when I think of gear that sort of defines us, I would say the first thing that came to my mind was our live gear. So Josh is using a mini log, but we've also controlled specific sounds for specific songs that we we'll sample a synthesizer, and just to make sure that we're getting close to the sound as it's recorded, in the studio.
And the mini log I've used for bass lines that we've recorded as well.
Exactly.
It's a pretty versatile little synth.
So that synthesizer in of itself is kind of central to some of our process. But then performing live, it's hard for me to not think about using the air synth, which is a digital theremin. And that's some deep nerd gear for anybody who knows what that is.
Not that nerdy.
A lot of people don't know about it, but
No.
Well,
the air synth. Yeah.
specifically.
Very cool.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun, but I feel now that it's an integral part of how I perform our music. Yeah.
Okay, this is a long question, but I really wanted to ask it. So, your music videos are refreshingly authentic and artistic, and those are how I described it after seeing the first one. I was oh my God, this is fantastic. It's very free of the over-polished record label look. So, for me, it's just way better. I wanted to know what your process was for making them, and how involved are you in shaping the visuals for them?
I think from the very beginning of the band, we're both both happen to be like visual artists as well, you know, as musicians. So I think we knew from the very beginning we wanted to sort of shape a visual world as like a companion piece for the music. I love when bands, you know, have a strong visual presence, and I think, you know, Vox does as well. So, yeah, so going into the music videos, it was like, okay, how can we build this world that we want to see? And I think probably the biggest factor is like using a lot of practical effects. Like what you see a lot of times is like something that we've built or made, or like, you know, the hologram light in Gone is like an actual laser that is, you know, down shooting on us, and costumes, all that stuff. So, you know, all the costumes in Operating were custom made. We worked with a designer to make the masks. Like we've worked with a great team of people as well.
It is.
It's fun.
It's like arts and crafts, and
totally.
And it's a very DIY. I think it doesn't feel. Wait for that train. I think it feels the way it does because we do it. We don't have like a huge budget. Like we don't have the support of a label, but we want to bring these ideas to life. And we've worked with cinematographer Adrian Stucker for our videos, and we're really grateful to work with him, because Josh and I a lot of times we'll kind of sit down and like kind of hash out like a broad concept of what the video could be, and then we bring it to Adrian, and he's very much a great collaborator. He helps us like kind of like narrow down like how we could bring it to life, and what it would actually take to get to that point.
Yeah, I think he's very big on practical effects as well, which really which kind of helps inform how we can go about stuff. And yeah, we've been working with him. Jane Slater directed Gone, and Adrian was the DP on that, and then subsequent videos we worked with Adrian on the other ones too, and it's been a great collaboration.
Yeah.
Well, keep the collaboration, because like I said, I like really was kind of blown away when I watched your music videos. I love them.
Thank you.
So you're on tour now. How does your stage presence differ this tour from the last one you did?
What do you think? I mean, it's always evolving. I mean,
yeah,
we used to, we're always trying to think about our on stage like visuals and presentation. We did have a lighting rig that we were using previously that we would, we programmed like meticulously in Ableton. We would trigger lights with MIDI so everything was synced up with the songs. And again, it's very DIY. It was a cumbersome and
at times not
fidgety
predictable
setup. So we noticed, like, is there a better way we can do this? Is there a more efficient way we can do this? We're always trying to make things more efficient, like even down to like what kind of stands we use, how we hook everything up. Like being a band, like where we're at, we have to kind of move quickly. I mean, just like this, it's like, okay, you got 10 minutes, plug in, do a quick sound check, get off the stage. So obviously we're thinking about the artistic presentation, but also being on the road, you have to also learn how to be efficient and like learn
quick
like show by show.
Yeah, and I think it helps that we approach things as with a sort of minimalism that like as far as like our setup goes. So we want things to be as clean and as sort of easy to move and get around, but packing a punch. Given that we're trying to build efficiency into other parts of the process. Yeah.
So has performing live changed the way you think about writing or producing songs when you're in the studio?
Yeah.
I would say so. Just because like there's definitely those moments when you field test some songs and you see how it elicits a reaction out of the crowd, a certain feeling. Granted, that also can change like from like market to market, from venue to city. But there are times where we sort of notice how things come across in a stage environment. So we'll make adjustments, but most of the time, I think we have a good. I think from both of our individual backgrounds and also now being a few years into this project, we kind of know we have a sensation of what material is, how it's going to translate in a live venue setting.
Yeah. I think even from the beginning, we really value like songwriting, and it's like kind of going back to the gear question. Like I have a random assortment of synths. I like I like some gear, but we're not precious about how the song gets made necessarily. It's really like what's the end Oh, thanks.
Thank you.
I mean,
thank you.
So like we kind of like try to put songwriting first, but I think from the very beginning we knew like we're going to play this stuff live at some point.
Yeah.
How does this translate live? What do we want to make people feel on stage, and does this do it? It's sort of like not just thinking about the recorded release, but also like how do we envision this working live? So that has helped also inform like what we make in the studio.
And I think I love performing live, and Josh does too, and I think there was something that we knew in the process of the music having an energy that can stand on its own in the recording, but then is so reinforced when you see it live. Like we don't want people we don't want to disappoint ourselves with like how much fun that we could have performing this music. So
hopefully people have as much fun as we're having.
Yeah.
What are you guys working on right now that you're excited about?
New EP.
Yeah. new stuff, new songs,
New light show.
and a new light show. We're working on that.
Mhm.
New EP, when's it out?
That's a surprise.
Next year-ish.
Next year.
Yeah, it's funny. We were just talking about like, being on the road is awesome, but it really takes up, a certain amount of time and energy to be on the road. So you're not recording it during that time.
And it's just us two.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just,
we're doing it all. We're doing all
Yeah.
the administration, the merch. Like,
Right.
we don't have somebody helping really with administration.
And then recording is also just us two.
Right.
We do everything from
and
start
we have
to
full-time
finish.
jobs, so we're trying to fit everything in between all of that. So
Yeah, we were just sort of talking about like, getting, we love being on tour, but also we love getting back in the studio. So we're like, all right, we can't wait to play these shows, and then we're excited to also like get back in the studio and finish a handful of new songs, and so we'll be putting those out hopefully early-ish next year. We will see.
I'm excited to hear it, so I can wait.
Thanks.
The last question I have for you is, if you could design your dream collaboration, an artist, producer, or even a filmmaker, who would it be and why?
What do you think?
That's
we
interesting.
might have different ones.
well, we most definitely probably have different ones, but I mean, the first person I think of would probably be like a visual artist, like just because. I don't know. That's just where my mind went first, and gosh, I mean, there's so many people.
It would be cool to do a photo shoot with Anton Corvine. Like,
yes,
that would be sort of a bucket list.
We're fans of Anton.
Yeah.
I mean,
or a music video.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Very recently, like remixes have been coming up, and every Friday I'm going through everything to see what's good. So yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
I love that answer.
Cool.
Yeah. I don't know. I actually now I'm frozen. I'm having a hard time even like pinpointing one person.
Too many things.
Yeah, too many people to collaborate that we would want to collaborate with. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't want to keep you any longer than we have to. I know you guys are busy, but is there anything that you want to share? I think we're going to have this up in the next week, so
Cool.
is there anything you want to share with anybody watching this?
Come see us performing in other cities. They may have missed us. We play Atlanta on Saturday, but next week on the 9th we perform in Indianapolis. and then we play in Chicago, and then after that, San Francisco for Substance, Seattle, Portland, and then Substance in Los Angeles
Yeah.
to wrap up the year.
Yeah.
So come see us.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Well, thanks, guys. I can't wait to see
you.
the show, and I'll get some video and pictures.